Hey, everybody, this is Rob Gauthier, the ET Whisperer. Welcome to the Monthly Pleiadian Pulse February Energy Updates. I want to thank all of you for being here. We are going to do a new series this year, and we're going to have Aridif come in and share the energy pulse of our collective consciousness. We're going to have them focus on Earth and what's going on and what the next month looks like and the themes of energies that'll play a part in our collective lives and in our personal lives. And I think that this will be a really exciting aspect of my work. As many of you guys know, we created the energy of the channel panel in January, and I've also been telling everyone the work with the ET Whisper will be changing this year, and this is a part of it. We want to do monthly videos that tackle the experiences that we're having on Earth and channel some information that'll help us. So I wanted to welcome all of you guys to our first installment of this. I appreciate all of you being here. And if you want to know anything about the channel panel, about Patreon, about any of the ET Whisper things like the courses that we're doing that we already have done and that are upcoming, just hang out at the end of the video after the channeling and you'll get all the information you need about that. Love you guys. Thank you for being a part of this new experience, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Greetings to all, this is Aridif, that is A-R-I-D-I-F, and this is its spell. We understand all of you desire to know that pulse of the greater collective consciousness of Earth as it participates with the co-creational field of energy with all of the individuals who plug into that greater collective. But before diving in to that co-creation, we must express first the two things that we have always expressed. The first, above and beyond all things that are expressed in this day, to know, to feel, and to perceive that you are loved in our perspective is of the utmost importance. Secondly, it is our greatest excitement, and within that same form of great excitement in which we co-create with you, not only as individuals, but as a greater collective form of consciousness, and not only in this moment, but throughout all moments of that same linear time perspective of co-creation. Now we understand all of you desire to know what the patterns of energy are as they are expressed in the greater collective consciousness for the time period that you deem as 1 month, or as most of you may perceive, a lunar cycle of approximately 28 days in that way. So, of course, as all of you experience this ongoing form of shifts, each specific time that deals with your lunar cycles in hand represent an energetic shift in smaller terms. Now, of course, your annual cycles, as you perceive, have recently started in this calendar year, but the second month of February has one greater theme, and that is reintegration through self-interpretation. Now, when we express this construct, this will manifest differently for all of you. All of you, as we've expressed previously, are on different wave patterns as it pertains to how you experience the energetic collective. Some of you are on the precipice, the top layer of your energy cycle, as it goes upwards and downwards, as this group is upon the top, the second will be upon that bottom. But the energies are still manifesting similarly, despite how you experience that energy personally. And the energies that you are going through in this moment mostly are dealing in 3 different factors for human experience. First, relationships. Now, as you are going through the integration process by knowing yourself, what is the greatest way to perceive yourself? That is through the experience of co-creating with others, the mirrors that these beings bring to you by co-creation in way of living your experience with entities that play the different roles in your experience. Partners, children, parents, co-workers, neighbors, strangers, all of these entities will reflect something back to you. And that is something that you must find first in yourself. For example, there are strained relationships that are occurring with many of you, with your significant other, stresses that are built throughout the months or year previous, and those experiences are extremely difficult for you as you try to navigate the shifts of your own personal experience and how you intake your own energy, how you intake the collective form of energy as it pertains to the new ways that you start perceiving the ever-shifting reality to you. All of you have agreed that the Earth collective consciousness shifts are coming more drastically and quicker than ever before. And by having those shifts in your personal experience, your own personalities have shifted, your own beliefs have shifted, your own interactivity with significant others and partners have shifted, and theirs has too. This means that as all of you are dealing with one another, you will be triggered greatly by the co-creations with others in those points of high contention or pressure, but being mindful in what is your trigger is very important in this lunar cycle, by perceiving the energy of where those soul spots are with yourself and your loved ones is very important. When you perceive that area, it shows you where your own internal resistances are, and that is important for all of you to know. Now, of course, we will give examples for this expression. If you and your partner are placing contention in financial energy, it means that there's still a great deal of wounds inside of yourself as it pertains to finances, abundance, etc., that you have not healed internally. If the energy has to do with sexuality or sexual co-creation, this means that there are wounds inside of the sexuality that have not been healed. If that contention is simply how to operate in life, this means there are multiple components of areas where trauma still exists and healing has not occurred inside of you. These reflections in this month will show you those places of contention in co-creations with your most important counterparts, and that experience is meant to show you that reflected mirror of yourself. Now, the second area where co-creations show you that energy of reflection with yourself, not only in relationships, but with your experience of projects that you are doing, whether it be the work in your life, the job in your life, any form where you place your own intention and energy. Those co-creations will do just as your experience with relationships. The points of contention will be brought to your attention upon a regular basis. And the reason for this is the same, to show you where the pressure points of your own internal traumas experienced and exist within yourself at. So it is of vital importance as you navigate, first, to be patient with yourself. Secondly, to try as deeply as you are able to let go, first of judgments of others. But after reflecting that, you will realize it is self-judgment. That is the most important aspect. When you are judging the others for these areas of contention, when you are judging the dynamics of your work as they come back to you, when you are judging the greater experience in those layers and levels of contention, of course, it shows you that great mirror of what inside of you still persists. Now, the second area of co-creation in this day is not within the simple dynamic of that reflection, but also as you are going through the physical body's interactions with your environment will be very severe, very poignant, and very strong. Now, when you are dealing with stress, this affects all of you very differently. Some of you, it creates very tired energy where you feel is sleeping, napping, or resting frequently. Others makes you active and move and create an experience of that. The energies in this lunar cycle, this month of your time, will be extreme in that way. So if naturally you are fairly tired, you will be very tired in that moment. If you experience nervousness, restlessness with stress, then of course it will be much further in that way. Utilizing meditations will help you with grounding that energy. Utilize the grounding tools that we have shared previously with you, that Rob has shared previously with you when he's teaching all of you to channel. Use that grounding technique to center yourself. Now, of course, the third area of this month and the energy and waves of energy, regardless if you are on the peak or at the valley of your own personal energy in approximately the third week of this month time, the energy will start to calm down, but the mental energy will be turned up exponentially. Whereas before your body is overreacting, your experience are highly reactive. The energy of the inner thought will be busier. You can utilize this to your benefit if you utilize this energy in a creative format. If instead of only going over the problems mentally over and over inside of your mind, creating scenarios that will not possibly exist, or creating scenarios that do exist to be worse in that way, instead utilize one of your excitements, one of the energies of projects that just weeks previous you were having strong difficulties with. Use that creative flow of energy after you have grounded, and you can create better manifested forms of that excitement. Lastly, as we share, although the 3 points of energy that we already shared are the most relevant and the parts of the energetic cycle, we do express that throughout this month in time and energy, a greater theme of internal work can be turned on. Now, of course, this is all months of your time that we would suggest to use the 10-step belief system process as a tool to help navigate with your beliefs, with your psychology, with the internal verbal dialogues that occur. But in this month also create vibrational frequency to help the process of healing. Use music as greatly as possible. Utilize the vibrations of the most natural tuned sound vibrations available. Utilize nature sounds. Utilize music that has very strong harmonics in 432 hertz. Utilize classical forms of music. Utilize indigenous or tribal forms of music. Use your own body to create that music. Create music with your technology, but place a great deal of that meditative time and grounding time into your music and sound, and this will help co-create an even larger field of healing as well. We wish to express to all of you that as you continue working in any form of energetic cycle, whether it be this lunar cycle or the next 1,000 lunar cycles, that when you are the creative force in your experience and you are creating from a place of letting go of concerns, worries, projected outcomes, etc., that this will be your greatest form of molding all energies, regardless of what they are, to your benefit. And remember, the natural forms and cycles of energy are meant to experience different aspects of your reality. But how they affect you is ultimately up to yourself. We wish to bid all of you adieu for this day. And remember not only that you are loved, but we love you as well. Adieu.
Hey everybody, thank you guys for hanging out to the end of the video. I just want to share some information. We have a new course coming up, the Learning to Channel Part 2, and it's a more advanced class than the first one. This will be coming up, and if you guys keep an eye on the website, etwhisper.com, and go to the courses tab, you'll have access to all of the old courses that we've done and all the new ones, including the Galactic Ambassador 1 and 2 courses that were amazing and really well done and really popular. And everyone who did it had some techniques from these ETs that they gave and shared with us that are really amazing. You can check all that out, etwhisper.com, and go over to the course tab. And if you join our newsletter, you'll get updated when the new course comes and when it lands, and it'll give you all the information about that. Also, there are recordings for the channel panel from January. Daryl Anka, Wendy Kennedy, Lisa Royal Holt, myself, Jamie Price, a whole bunch of amazing channelers were there, 17 presenters in total. All of that is available for video and audio on sale right now. And if you go to the etwhisper.com, we're going to integrate that into the website at there. But if you want the videos right now, go to thechannelpanel.com. And that will push you guys over. We'll leave a link in the description so you can go directly to the Podia account where it's at and purchase that there. And you'll have lifetime access to the streaming of that for all 3 days. I believe it's almost 20 hours of video. So it's really amazing stuff. And if you guys want to know anything about what's going on with the ET Whisper, sign up to the newsletter there. We're putting out at least once a month updates for all the new stuff that we're doing. We're also doing newsletters for the channel panel. There's one that will be coming up this fall on the East Coast, and it's going to be an amazing event. We've already got some presenters who've agreed to come. So, as most of you might know, some of you might not, the ET Whisper, we are done with the 3 email questions. We're done with the personal sessions. So if you go to our Patreon, we're revamping that this year also. You'll get access to the 7 or 8 years of archives, but we're going to start releasing weekly channelings over there at Patreon. So if you join, it's only $22 a month, and you'll get an extra weekly channeling, and you'll have a chance to interact with some of that channeling and share what you think in the comments. And community is very strong over there and very awesome, and we built that up for multiple years. So go check that out. You can also find the Patreon at theetwhisper.com. Thank you guys for your love. Thank you for your support. All of you have sent your love and well wishes to the family, as Jeremy has been going through some medical stuff that's been pretty rough lately. So we want to thank all of you guys for hanging in there with us, for being a part of this greater body of work, and for supporting us as we go through this transformation for the ET Whisper. We love you guys so much, and thank you for being a part. We'll see you guys next month.